Hello, good morning, everyone. So welcome to our daily briefing today. So today is 1st September 1st. Okay, so today is Wednesday. So let's start our briefing by taking a recap on previous important economic data. So the first one is Germany unemployment change August. The previous is negative 90K and the forecast is negative 40,000 and the actual is negative 53,000. So the actual is slightly lower than the forecast. So actually, this is a good news for euro dollar. Okay, so the next one is Germany employment rate August. So previous and forecast is 5.6%, but the actual is 5.5%, which is lower than the forecast. Okay, so this one is actually good news, positive for the euro dollar. So we can see that. Let us take a look on our euro graph here. So we can see that yesterday, because of these two important economic data, that's why the euro dollar EUR USD here rise up here until US section. Okay, so we go back to our PowerPoint. The next one is Canada GDP growth rate. Okay, quarterly Q2. So the previous is 1.4%. The forecast is unknown and the actual is negative 0.3%. So this one is actually, how to say, actually is lower than the previous. So this one is not really good for the Canadian dollar. Okay, then the next one is Canada GDP growth rate analyzed. Okay, so Q2 previous is 5.5%, the forecast is 2.5%, and the actual is negative 1.1%, which is lower than the forecast. So this one is not really good for the Canadian dollar. And the next one is US Conference Board consumer confidence August. So the previous is 125.1, the forecast is 124, and the actual is 113.8. So which is a lot lower than the forecast. So this one is not really good for the US dollar. So we take a look on our market graph here. But the US dollar index went up last night, not went down. Okay, so we can see this economic data doesn't affect much to the US dollar. Okay, so the next part is when it comes to today, which important economic data we have to focus on today. So when it comes to Asia section, okay, for this Australia GDP growth rate Q2, so the previous is 1.1%, the forecast is 9.2%, and the actual is 9.6%, which is higher than the forecast. So this one is actually good for the Aussie dollar. So we take a look on our market graph here. So we can see that the market graph here, okay, this one, AUD USD, we can see this one, okay. So this is the candlestick that caused by the important economic data just now at 9:30 just now. We can see here is a rise up like around almost 10 pips, okay. So the next one is when it comes to EU session today. Okay, so we have to focus on this important economic data. So we got two from Germany, and one from UK. Okay, so first one, Germany retail sales July. Okay, so previous is 6.2%, the forecast is 3.7%, and we will know the actual at 2 o'clock later. Okay, so if higher than expected reading should be taken as positive for the euro dollar, while a lower than expected reading should be taken as negative for the euro dollar. Okay, so we go to the next one. So market manufacturing PMI final August. So the previous is 62.7, forecast also the same, 62.7, and we will know the actual at 3:55 later in the afternoon. Okay, so a higher than expected reading should be taken as positive for the euro dollar, while a lower than expected reading should be taken as negative for the euro dollar. So we go to the next one is UK market CIPS manufacturing PMI final August. So the previous and forecast same at 60.1. So we will know the actual at 4:30 in the afternoon later. Okay, so if higher than expected reading should be taken as positive for GBP, so while a lower than expected reading should be taken as negative for the GBP. Okay, so when it comes to US session tonight, it's very important. For this one, if any one of your client trading any trading instrument regarding US dollar, especially all the major pairs or the commodities, they have to focus on this one, the first one, US ADP employment change August. So this one is very important on tonight. It's at tonight. Okay, so we take a look on the first one. US ADP employment change August. The previous is 330,000. The forecast is 625,000. We will know the actual at 8:15 at tonight, 8:15 tonight. So before the US session, 15 minutes before the US session. So if higher, the expected reading should be taken as positive for the US dollar. So while lower, the expected reading should be taken as negative for the US dollar. So the next one is US ISM manufacturing PMI August. So the previous is 59.5. The forecast is 58.7. We will know the actual at 10 o'clock later. Okay. So if higher than expected reading should be taken as positive for the USD, and while lower than expected reading should be taken as negative for the USD. So we go to the last one of our important economic data today. So US EIA crude oil stocks change 27 August. Previous is negative 2.979 million. So, and the forecast is negative 2.833 million. So we will know the actual at 10:30 tonight. Okay. So if the increase in crude oil inventory is more than expected, it implies weaker demand and is bearish for the crude oil prices. So at the other hand, so if the increase in crude is less than expected, so it implies greater demand and is bullish for the crude prices. Okay, so we go to the last part of our briefing today is the gold. Okay, so for the resistance level of today is 1823, same as yesterday. So support level for today is 1806. So my personal opinion for today is still I will take it as a bullish until ADP employment change come out. Okay, so we still have to take note on we have to focus on the ADP employment data today. It's very important for gold especially. Okay, so let us read the factors here. Why I will take it as a bullish. Okay, so US consumer confidence fell to a 6-month low in August, indicating that worries about the Delta strain and rising prices are dragging down the economic outlook. The dollar index once hit the low in more than 3 weeks, and the cooling of risk sentiment is also conducive to the rise of gold prices. So the price of gold continues to stand firm at the 1800 mark. The pattern is relatively favorable for the bulls, and the price of gold is expected to rise further. Okay, that's why I will take it as a bullish. In the day, we will focus on US ADP employment and US ISM manufacturing PMI. This one is 8:15 at tonight, and also the 10 o'clock, 10 o'clock at tonight. So let's take a look on our macro graph here. So okay, so the price is around let's take a look. Okay, so it's like 1815, around 1815. So if the price is rise more than it's break through the resistance level of 1823, so we will look for further upside, and our target we'll put at the 1830, the R2 here. So if the price didn't break through the resistance level, which is break below the support level here, 1806, then we will look for further downside, and our target we put at S2 here, which is 1799. So that's all for our briefing today. So I wish you have a good day and see you again. Bye bye.